this is another step in what we're attempting to get a full engagement of everyone in this city that has some connection to something that we're doing. And this is just an easy way to do it. Anybody who likes to play the piano, you know, and wants an audience, they just come and play. It's been very successful in other cities. New York was very successful with it. They have a problem in that they couldn't leave them out very long because of the weather. You know, the weather would destroy them. We don't have that problem. So this is going to be an ongoing program, and as they, you know, they need repair or they need repainting, or we just get tired of them and want a different artwork, we can redo that. We have 2 that are going out now, and then we have 5 more that we have planned to put throughout the parks and the rest of the city. There seems to be, it seems to be catching on, this engagement with the arts that is spreading throughout the city. And I just don't have any doubt whatsoever that once that fully takes off, the well-being of the entire community is just going to substantially skyrocket. You know, somehow we ended up in a situation where we were confined to our homes almost, you know, where all of the good stuff in our life seemed to happen within the 4 walls of our home. I don't think human beings were meant to live that way. I think we were meant to live as a community, and that the great stuff should be happening with each other within the community. And the goal of the city is to provide ways to facilitate that. And this is just another one of them. And we're extremely fortunate in that we have a city staff that just, louder. You know, it's terrible being hearing impaired because I don't hear what you hear. I think I'm yelling. Should I start over? You got it? Okay. Anyway, with the city staff, we have a city staff that I've not ever seen any indication that they didn't want to try something if it passed the silly test. Now, a lot of the things I come up with don't pass the silly test, but I recognize that. But once it passes the silly test, the only hesitation I see is where do we put it in the schedule? Isn't that really what's happening? And that's universal. And no one in the city has ever given me even a facial expression that was an indication they weren't ready to try something new and further expand what we were doing. And this is an example of it. You know, this idea, I was watching the Today Show, saw it in New York, and said, wow, called Mark, and within 24 hours, this thing was up and running. And people like Graphic Experience jumped on board. I mean, it wouldn't happen without the community getting on board with us, and because I got to tell you, Mark could not paint that well.
I bet I could.
And you know, Dan has now taken over the what do we call it? Do we call it a commission yet?
Foundation.
The Arts Foundation. Yeah. And so I expect great things in the next year, and I think all of you can look forward to it also. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mark.